Hi guys! Thank you for joining me here at Leaping Lotus Tarot. I will dive into a tarot reading towards the end of this, but I just wanted to start off with a message about the year of the fire horse. So we just got out of Year of the Snake, and this message is specifically for people who perhaps you resonate with going on a twin flame journey, or maybe you're dealing with a karmic soulmate. But I really want to talk about releasing the old toxic people and starting fresh. So as I'm recording this, it is February 17th, 2026. Keep in mind, readings are timeless. So even if you're not watching this on this particular day, which is an extremely powerful day, it's a new moon. So as far as me, I'm taking today as a way to stop all of my habits. I'm not a big drinker or anything like that, but I am completely cutting that out. I am gonna lose 20 pounds. I'm doing it, okay? And I encourage you guys, whatever your goals are, whatever the things are that you want to leave in the past with the Year of the Snake, whatever the snake skin is that you're trying to shed, this could be habits and behaviors, this could be addictions, this could be people. And I'm kind of here to talk about people, all right? And we'll see if the tarot cards reflect that. But I know for me personally, and for people I've known that have had an addiction to a person, often the reasoning why is because there's a dissolution of an ego that needs to happen within yourself first. This person is bringing to light aspects of yourself where you feel inadequate and you feel some sort of need to have attention from them. You want some sort of affirmation from them. Even if you don't have intention to be in a relationship with them, or even if you've been in a relationship with them before and you know it's not going to work out, there's still some part of you that's trying to keep this alive because most likely of some sort of validation or ego thing, or you've put so much energy into the connection that you kind of can't really imagine being without it because you've put so much effort. So like, let's just say it's a childhood friend and you guys have really grown apart and you're very different and they've got different habits but you're like, but I can't just let them go because I've had them for so long, right? It's almost like a principle at that point, like I have to be their friend. I'm here to tell you, no, you do not. I obviously recommend letting people go in peace, but I think this is officially the time where you have to choose yourself. And at the end of the day, that's the whole point of this message is whatever you're releasing, you're choosing yourself. You're choosing your fire, your passion, what you want, what respects you, okay? So if you've got hot and cold friendships or relationships where sometimes it's, the attention's really good and you get energy from the person and it's like a little high or a little spark, and then you kind of go in silent mode, whether it's from your end or their end, there's just not that reciprocating energy. Or maybe there's a time where you really feel like you need them and they're just not there. Or same thing with like, maybe it's even on your side that like you're dragging along this friendship of like, you're doing it more for them than for you. And it's, this is a big message about you've got to choose yourself. And being at the other end of letting people go, I have not felt as free. I'm not gonna, I guess I shouldn't say who, but there's somebody very close to me in my life who recently let go of somebody he'd been friends with her for a long time, but she was toxic. She was only there when she needed something from him. And the second he's tried to put up a little bit of a boundary, she flipped out and said really nasty, mean, hurtful things, which you wouldn't even say to somebody you don't like, much less somebody you claim to be your friend. So clearly this was a one-sided friendship. Even though it was a long-lasting friendship, you'd think it'd have to be meaningful in some sense. But if somebody can just drop you like that, clearly something's not in alignment, right? So maybe this friendship will come back around again in the future when a little maturity and development happens on that end of things. But this is one of those things where it's like, you don't have to force yourself into making amends. You don't have to force connections. You don't have to force someone to love you or to like you or to give you attention or to validate you. If they're not doing that on their own, if that's not something they're seeking out to, if they don't want the best for you, if they only want what they want for themselves and they're just using you, even if they're not even mean to you, but they're just only there when they need something or when they're feeling down and they're using your energy as a pick-me-up. This is a big call for you to put up some boundaries and to say, you know what, I'm choosing me this year. I'm choosing my soul. I'm choosing my heart. I'm choosing I'm choosing people who choose me. Choose people who choose you, okay? That's really the message that I'm going to get to today. So if you're in a twin flame journey and you just feel this tug and pull, you can let them go. I know it feels impossible and they're consuming your every thought. Everyone's at a different stage of releasing people, but I'm speaking specifically to the people today. I feel like that just really need to know that there is another side to you. There is the other end of the fence. I don't know how to explain it. There is the flip side of a world where they don't exist in your reality and you're okay. And actually, you're more than okay. You're fantastic. So I have 2 decks that I'm going to be using today. And actually, I realized, if you guys haven't checked out my website, I have Oracle decks and Tarot decks that it's literally all of my decks. And I'm saying this because actually, the 2 decks I'm using today are not on my list, so I will be adding them today. Cosmic Energy Oracle cards, I do not believe those are on there. And then also the Unbridled Spirit Tarot, which these were sitting underneath my desk. And I didn't have them with all the others, and so they got separated, and I forgot I had them. And so what better deck to use than my One Horse deck for the Year of the Fire Horse reading today. So take a deep breath for me. This is a collective reading. Again, whenever you hear it's when you're meant to hear it. Don't force it if it's not meant to fit for you. But I want to really keep in mind today what I'm talking about as far as releasing the toxic people that you don't need in your life, and that you can come out on the other end and be prosperous and be grateful and be happy. You'll feel so free. You'll feel so much lighter. If this person is not reciprocating energy to you, having them out of your life is only going to make you feel better about yourself. You're going to have more respect for yourself because you've set those boundaries. Beautiful card to come out. This is Libra energy, justice. We even look like we've got a fire horse thing going on here. What's so cool is that she's blindfolded, so you may not see the way. You may not understand how that's even possible to let somebody go at this point, but it is the highest path. It is the highest calling for you to choose yourself. We have the Magician. Wow. Master Manifestor energy, Gemini, Virgo. This is beautiful. So we even have like a feminine and a masculine here standing by their horse, which is kind of really actually kind of a beautiful imagery there. So also here's an aspect too to consider, that as you release the masculine, if you're a feminine listening, doesn't matter, genders can be reversed. But just speaking to these cards, if you're releasing the masculine here, it's actually going to be good for them too. So here's the thing, if it's not a beneficial relationship, if it's a karmic relationship for you, guess what? Same thing for them. There's a lesson to be learned from a detachment from you as well. So you're only going to help this person by letting them go. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords in reverse as well. So to me, that kind of feels like, because upright, the Queen of Swords is very communicative and expresses themselves and is putting a lot of thought and energy into what they're doing. And with this being in reverse, it's saying, I'm pulling the communication. I'm pulling the effort. I am choosing to create my destiny with this Justice card and this Magician card that really speak to my truest soul path. So let's just see, what is this truest soul path? Hit like and subscribe if this resonates for you, by the way. Drop in the comments if there's a particular part that really stands out or is meaningful to you. I'd love hearing from you guys. The King of Cups in reverse. Yeah, a lot of masculine and feminine energy here with the reversal. So this is funny how the tarot is just validating exactly what I'm talking about here, where he's not emotionally reciprocating. You're putting all the effort into the conversation. What can I do for you? And he's like, well, I'm not opening my heart to you. I know that. So I don't really want to know about what this person has done wrong, though. I really want to know about where you're going, because this is about releasing the snake, shedding the skin. The Hermit in reverse, which is interesting because that's Virgo energy. So we could be talking to a Virgo here. You could be dealing with a Virgo, but I feel like I could be talking to a Virgo more than likely. And so with it being in reverse, the upright is like going within, taking the time to look at yourself, which, take it in the upright if that resonates for you. But I'm going to take this interpretation in the reverse to mean like you're coming out of your shell, but it's like to open yourself up to the people that are actually going to reciprocate with you. And we have the World card, Capricorn energy. This is a new cycle starting over. We also have Four of Swords, meditation, going within. So even though we have the Hermit in reverse, this is not saying, don't go within. It's definitely, the Four of Swords is definitely saying, no, definitely do go within. That's a fantastic thing to do. And, asking yourself the deep questions about, what do I require from a friendship? What do I require from a relationship? What kind of traits does somebody who's loyal to me, who's dedicated to me, who shows me that I matter? If you're releasing somebody and they retaliate to you and they say nasty things and you challenge, themselves, if you hold a mirror to themselves and they can't accept it, then they're not on your frequency. They're not there yet. You got to give them space. So even if the friendship comes back around later in life, I'm not opposed to the rekindling of friendships if people grow up. But right now, this is about you choosing you. And if they are not at the state where they can want the best for you genuinely, like if they really just want you for themselves and not for you to be truly happy, that's not what you need right now. Okay. So we got a card that fell on the floor, Three of Cups. Again, with that collaboration energy. It's so interesting how the message of this is like, release the past, but there's so much like, okay, you're releasing toxicity, but with the fire horse, you are opening, I'm getting chills, guys, this is important. The fire horse is choosing new people. It's choosing people who choose you. You're letting go of the people who don't choose you, and you're making collaborations in groups with people who are on the same wavelength, who have the same vision, who want to raise the collective consciousness, who believe in love and the power of intention and powerful open communication that's from the heart, not places of hatred and jealousy and, wow, safety. I just pulled a Cosmic Energy Oracle card. Safety. Safety is the foundation of life. Cherish the calm moments. So what's so cool about the year of the fire horse too is that when you think of, fire, you think of passion, you think of Wands energy, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. But what I'm kind of feeling from this fire horse is like, I don't feel like it's the year of fire so much. It's the year of like, this fire is like the coziness of your own heart. It's the hearth of your own love and your own being. And it's rooted in safety and groundedness and home and cooking and nourishing the body and space and breath and patience and honesty and transparency. It's not about rushing into something. It's not about, I don't care what burns behind. I mean, take how it resonates for you. Maybe you do want to just burn everything behind you. That's okay too. But maybe it's more than that, than just let's burn old bridges. And it's more about, how can you light the fire within your own heart? How can you listen to the words of love in your heart? How can you hear the song of love singing in your heart? Well, you're going to hear it probably through friendship. Cherish friendships. They are the harbors for your soul. This is a time to make genuine connections. This is the time to find people who choose you. This is the time to choose yourself. I'm going to just beat this like a dead horse. We got all the horse metaphors today. Horse on the wall. Channel's called Leaping Lotus with a horse imagery. I mean, this is a horse reading. I'm not even going to have any shame around just pushing the horse theme today. We have growth. Growth is a journey. Trust each step with these beautiful little butterflies. Whenever I see butterflies, I think of Virgo energy. So I'm a Virgo, by the way, and this reading, of course, is resonating for me because, it's a projection of my own higher self and my own guides and everything. So I'm excited for the growth that I'm going to be moving into. I'm excited for the new friendships I'm going to create as I move into school here pretty soon, and get my doctorate of chiropractic and to help heal the world physically, emotionally, spiritually. And the most beautiful thing to end on here from this oracle is self-love. Self-love is the foundation of all love. Acceptance. So again, the people that you have to release right now, the situations that you know are not serving you, does not mean that they can't come back around in the future. But this right now is about you and what you need in your body and your mind and your heart and your soul and your love. Have compassion for the people who are not where you are at right now. Send them off with love. Send them off with grace and peace for your own sanity. Ace of Wands in reverse. Again, this is so interesting that like this even nods to the message of like, it's the year of the fire horse. Ace of Wands is like the epitome of like the fire cards. And it's in reverse. So to me, this is like, it's like reverse the outward. So even though you imagine a fire horse running, right, going towards somewhere, I almost feel like this message here with the wands is to flip it on its head and point that wand straight into your heart. Point the fire and the love straight back to yourself, and you will see reflected in your outer world a manifestation of that love that you have directed inwards. Gorgeous messages today. I'm going to end with one final tarot message, and then I will leave you guys with that. Keep it short and sweet. The main thing I want you to take away today is the message of love, is the message of listening to your own inner music. And if other people can't hear the song, that's not your problem. Strength. This is a beautiful note to end on. Leo energy, fire, strength. Have the strength to hold the mirror to yourself, to allow that mirror to be reflected to others, to be okay with people being jarred by seeing their own reflection. This is about you right now. This is about healing yourself. This is about accepting your flaws and loving yourself right as you are. Setting the intention for where you want to go, 11:11 on the timer. Setting the intention where you want to go with your life. Being very intentional and clear about it. Getting right with your soul. If your heart and your gut and something is telling you this is wrong, or something's wrong about this, or this just, I'm struggling right now, but I can't push through because my ego's in the way, or like my emotions. This is for you to be strong and to choose yourself and to say, you know what, I can walk away from things that don't serve me. And that's okay, no matter how much time I've put into it, no matter how much effort I've done, no matter how much money, how much time, anything that you've given to these people or circumstances. At some point, if it's not for you, you got to cut your losses and walk or run. You have to. And you're going to feel so much freer for it. You're going to feel so much freer for it. So I hope this was helpful to you. Again, hit like and subscribe. I love hearing from you guys in the comments above all else. And as always, I hope to see you next time here at Leaping Lotus Tarot.